my soul that something's gone wrong. The boss man's breathing down my neck, the bills are piling high, but I got a taste for some good bourbon and friends to get me by. Yeah, the Thursday night blues are calling my name. Pour another glass, put out the work week's flame. Got the boys on the TV screen talking about that bourbon and them other shiny things. The smoke hangs heavy around the room, the glasses start to clink. My troubles drifting down the drain, I try my best not to think. Just the sound of my good buddies laughing at the joke. The stories flowing from our lips beneath the bourbon smoke. Yeah, the Thursday night blues are calling my name. Pour another glass, put out the work week's flame. Got the boys on the TV screen talking about that bourbon and them other shiny things. Some folks chase the money, some chase a different kind of thrill. But all I want on a Thursday night is to let this old heart be still. Just a little bit of amber liquid and a few good souls to share. Knowing come tomorrow morning we'll still be standing there. Yeah, the Thursday night blues are calling my name. Pour another glass, put out the work week's flame. Got the boys on the TV screen talking about that bourbon and them other shiny things. Yeah, bourbon and ballz, pouring out that bourbon till the bottle's gone. And the Friday sun rises. That's a Thursday night blue. I'm drinking with my friends. Yeah, we know it's early, but we can't wait for the weekend. We're in a hurry, cause we're thirsty again, but we're not worried when we're saying what we mean and what we meant. Honest camaraderie is something like the lottery. So all I ask and all I need are years of making memories. So keep on chasing highs, it's so damn easy, don't think twice. Chasing highs. Another birthday and you spotted some gray ends, but nothing changes, cause you know how Our years of making memories. So keep on chasing highs. It's so damn easy, don't think twice. The bourbon and the rye make for big bar bills and sleepless nights. No need for breaking ice, a little crisscross, but you're alright. So keep on chasing high. Keep on chasing high.
I can reach out. That could be one of our things we do. You know, we're talking about doing these commercials or these ads or these videos for these different products. I can reach out to a manufacturer that makes it today, get one, and you do the video. And sit there and go, oh, I'm riding the bike. And going,
With the glitter in my hand. I'm starting to become immune to press. This doesn't even bother me anymore.
that's right.
Oh!
I'm like, that smells pretty good.
Yeah, we know it's early, but we can't wait for the weekend. Let's get on with the show with you all, with our friends from Bourbon and Ballz. Enjoy the show and have a great weekend. Hey! Keep on chasing highs.
There's shit everywhere. Hey guys,
Welcome.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Can
We just,
you hear us?
hey, by the way, while we're off camera, we just thought of another novel idea. Maybe we should have Bourbon and Ballz toilet paper.
Triple ply.
Yes, triple ply. Anyways, we'll explain later. So, all right, welcome everybody. We got great guests on tonight. Chris Blankenship, if you don't know him, I'm kidding. He's
that?
I know, right? You get to meet him tonight. He's on the night. But also, obviously, what y'all came here for tonight, Dave from Glenns Creek Distilling will be here tonight. And man, I'm excited. I can't wait. So we'll have them on here momentarily after we get through the announcements and the hellos and everything else like that. So without further ado, let's get through the hold on. Is the sound horrible or something? No, I think we're good.
I was gonna say, they're not me.
Okay, all right. Here we go. Oh, and plus I'm with it's all good. Thank you. All right. Bourbon. Thank you, buddy. From Whiskey Uncensored. Cheers to you, Mr. Dave Vogelstein. Cheers. Lip Service Crew. Cheers. Thanks for coming on as usual. Don't forget, I pinned in our chat our barrel pick. We're going to talk about that here in a moment. It is now officially live ordering. $75 for paid patrons and $90 for non-paid patrons, because we're basically picking up the shipping in a sense for paid patrons,
Right.
for all their support.
Yep.
So we made it a little cheaper for them. So anyway, so I mean, I guess technically you can be a paid patron today and then order, and then you get it for $75.
Great deal.
Yeah, if you want to do that.
Yep.
So anyways, so that order form is up and oh, you know what we didn't do? Hold on. Let me share the screen. Jeff, you got me out of sorts.
I got you out of sorts.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh.
Here we go. Hold on. Pre-game. Why is that black?
doing a video?
There it is.
Oh, there.
Running slow.
David B.
All right.
He wins the pregame. Did we decide what it was?
Yes. The pregame is Remus Repeal Reserve 9. Uncle Nearest 1856. Ingram from last week, or from 2 days ago. The Ingram Bourbon and the Ingram Rye.
Both those are good.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Very
Nice
good.
little sampler.
So, all right. So, continuing on, I'm sorry. Anytime you guys are in before 8 o'clock, if you do the hashtag pregame, you get entered for a draw. Tyler Patterson, cheers, buddy. Thanks for coming on. Torp, cheers to you. Zach McCormick, cheers. Mr. Gandy Road, I'm wearing your shirt, buddy. Cheers to you. Let's see here. Dave Winstrom, yes, nice. Cheers to you. Thanks for coming on, buddy. Let's see. Whiskey Bill, cheers to you. Let's see here. David B, yes, the winner of the pregame, cheers to you. Thank you for coming on. Snow Baboon, cheers to you. Whiskey Bill, cheers to you. And I believe Whiskey Bill got his, I think he's at home sipping on the OCD right now with our new Bourbon and Ballz glass. He sent a picture in Discord earlier today.
Nice.
So, Mr. Bykowski, cheers to you. Thanks for coming on. Let's see. Tom Black, yes, nice. Cheers. Thanks for coming on. Mr. Stan Sabic, cheers to you. Thank you for coming on. Let's see here. If we missed your name, I apologize, just because from our end, the screen jumps around a lot and it's hard to follow sometimes. But nevertheless, cheers to everybody, though. But to continuing on there, let's see here. We said Porrs, nice. It's coming back again. Thank you very much, sir. Steven Barrel Filter as I'm watching. Oh, really? That's interesting. Well, cheers to you. Thanks for coming on. Tammy Adams, cheers. Thanks for coming on. Mike, West Virginia Bourbon Guy. If you haven't done it already, go over there and check him out and follow him if you wouldn't mind. Cheers to him. Thank you very much for coming on, buddy. Jenny Bykowski, the better half, is on. Cheers to you. Mr. One Keith Glandon, cheers to you. And also don't forget OCD, as he just did. Hashtag OCD to get the show samples as it's listed below there. So if you would just do that, you guys are in for a treat tonight, by the way. All right, carrying on. We have Bourbon Lover. Is that new?
No. I
Okay.
don't think so.
All right, cheers. I'm sorry if it's a repeat, but nevertheless, we'll get used to everybody's names, especially we've got some new ones lately. So cheers to you. Thank you for coming on. Yes, I hope everybody on this is doing well. Let's see here. Show me the proof. Nice. Yes, cheers and a happy Thursday, of course. Thanks for coming on. We have Grow Mine 72. Cheers to you. Thanks for coming on again. Appreciate it. We also have, let's see, scrolling, Rick Miller, OCD, which, by the way, if I haven't told you all, well, check your email. Or you should be getting an email here soon with some good news. Zach McCormick, cheers. I might have said that already. Crappy Cat, I can tell that's you, but YouTube playing tricks on us on your name. Cheers to you. Thank you for coming on. Let's see here. I think we're getting to the end, I believe. Alan Adams, I did say hello to you. I would imagine Tammy's around here too. Cheers to her. I'll say that anyways. Dave Winstrom. Cheers to you. Let's see here. Mrs. Lori J. Yes,
Hey.
nice. Our Mississippi buddies. We were just kind of talking about Spillway.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know
haven't
what?
been, right?
No, but we are going to. I know I said this on Tuesday for those who watched it. We did our Ingram show on Tuesday. If you guys didn't catch any of that, man, there is a barrel pick that's coming, and we got to work around Spillway event for that barrel pick.
Okay.
Can't wait because I'm not missing the Spillway event. So Mrs. Lori J made me think of that. So cheers to you. Thanks for coming on. And I imagine Mr. Lori J. What?
Go.
Well, you
Just
know
go.
what? You
Just
can
go.
say Mr. Lori J.
All right.
Yeah. Anyways, Mr. Richie J, I know you're on. Thanks for coming on, buddy. The Macadores, yes. Ashley, cheers. Thanks for coming on. And I would imagine Harold is around here somewhere. Christine Romine. Hey, I would imagine probably the wife is now on here. Appreciate it. What is that on my glasses deceive me? What is that? Altman Dylan. Cheers to you.
Okay.
Nice. Thanks for coming on. Welcome, welcome. You're in for a treat. Let's see here. There's Harold. Only Drams. I'm not, you know, everybody knows Only Drams. Cheers to you. There is Mr. Richie J. Bourbon lover again. I think we're getting to the bottom, and then we can get on to the announcements, if you don't mind. Mr. John Shank, yes, nice. Cheers. Thanks for coming on, buddy. Mr. Tanko, cheers. Tracy Silla Yorkie, nice. Haven't seen her in a minute on backstage, so maybe we'll see her tonight. We are doing Google Meets as we normally do on Thursday nights, and we run until we, I don't know, we go until we go. Google Meets has been a lot of fun lately.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
it's been busy,
great.
active.
Very, 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 very active. So, all right. Artfully Bourbon. Yes, nice. Cheers. Thanks for coming on. I believe I said Tom Black. If I did not, cheers. Your partner needs his mic on.
My mic is on.
I don't know if they can hear you.
I'm not talking.
Well, I'm just saying. Is that 48 volt on?
Yep.
Okay. It, as we said earlier, your voice does not like carry. So half time people think your mic is off. So I don't know what you can do about that.
Can you hear me now?
All right, now you sound like a. Anyways, I better not. You know what? I could be much more whatever because we almost got canceled 2 days ago. Mr. Guzman. Oh yes. Hold on. I'm gonna pause here for a second. Congrats, Charlie, on my first fantasy football win. I am now 1-8.
Hey,
Nice.
Yes. You know, every blind squirrel.
Oh,
Right.
Squirrel.
Or whatever. Not every blind squirrel. Whatever the saying is.
Are you still at the bottom? I haven't looked this week.
Oh, 1-8. Well, yeah.
Well,
I'm like 2 games behind 9th place.
okay. You're just
So
helping
yes.
everybody else out. That's what you do.
Well,
You're
you
a
know.
giver.
Yeah, see? I give everybody wins.
There you go.
So, all right, Mr. Tyler Patterson, cheers to you.
Fantasy football.
I believe. Yeah. I can't believe I'm that bad at fantasy football.
All right, man.
I'm good with it.
Jeff's like, I can. I can believe that. Show me the proof. We have you down. And thank you guys for the super chats. We'll get through the super chats here in a moment as well. We appreciate it. It helps support the show. And also, you get a chance at the our new Cedarbrook Bourbon and Ballz pick, the Jack Daniel's newly released Tenured, the 13-year Buckner's Hazmat, and the Stag 25B. All right, I think we're ready to roll.
Okay.
Jeff, you got any announcements?
I do. Next Thursday, Charlie, as you know, will be on vacation. We'll be on another cruise. And the plan right now is we're going to have Bespoken and Devil Road on the show. That's the plan. Still having an issue getting bottle samples, but we're working through that. And in 2 weeks, November 22nd, we're going to be doing our second barrel pick at Larrikin. We're going to be sampling 4 barrels of bourbon and 1 American light whiskey.
Yeah, and it's going to be a high proof, right?
It'll be a high proofer, yeah. She says it's going to be probably a hazmat.
Okay, all right, very good.
We'll see what we pick, but we'll know more next week. We don't have any idea on logistics as to when the bottles will be ready, how much the bottles are going to be, because we haven't picked anything yet. But just keep it in the back of your pocket that in a few weeks we're going to have another bottle ready for purchase. So, and speaking of that, our Cedarbrook bottle, which is right here in front of us, is now for sale. Is now live. The form is
It's pinned in chat.
It's pinned in chat, and it's. I think you already talked about.
Yep, we already did it.
Okay, all right.
And then the video is going to be out. Tasting note video out will be maybe Monday or Tuesday.
Yep. And we had a real neat experience last night. We had everybody on the barrel pick do a Google Meet, and we all cracked the bottle at the same time.
Yeah,
We tried
together.
it at the same time. Tried it together, and
That was a special moment.
special.
was.
And it's a very good bottle for sure.
Okay.
So
I got nothing to say, which is weird. So I want to give the stage to Dave and Chris. So let's go ahead and do that, and let's bring them in. We have Chris and we have Dave. Welcome to Bourbon and Ballz.
Welcome, Chris.
Hey,
Come back.
yeah, first time here. Thanks, guys.
is the audio sounding okay? Are we good? Am I good?
Dave, are you muted? Yeah, I think you're muted, Dave.
I think you might be muted, buddy.
Listen, we can't handle it if we can't hear you because
Oh no, but we can fill in words if you like.
I can make up stories.
We can play that game. You get that word?
Welcome to Glenns Creek. We have started shipping and free premium samples. Free premium samples. Just ask Dave repeatedly, and he'll.
I don't know, you know.
Oh,
we got you
early
now.
and test this out, but no, nobody let me on early so I can test it out.
Right? So who is that dude in the weird? Well, we're
Yeah,
about to find out because now we got sound.
my color is not very good. I'm sorry. I don't have a professional studio like Chris does.
I'm in my garage.
Well, yeah.
We all got to start somewhere.
Your lighting is better in the garage than apparently my lighting isn't here, or my camera is.
You know what? It looks like you're under one of those food heat lamps.
That's
So,
exactly.
I have my phone connected, Dave.
All right.
Okay,
Hey,
Chris.
Dave.
Yeah.
We know you and Chris knows you, but hey, let's give Chad a moment to get to know you as far as who you are, who you represent. Let's go ahead and give you the floor and talk about Glenns Creek.
Well, just so you know, I mean, I totally prepared for this. I've been working on it all day, and my phone is down to about 8%, Chris. So I couldn't use my phone even if I wanted to.
Are you using the same phone for the video right now?
I'm using my laptop in
Okay, good.
in our little tasting room where apparently I got to work on the lighting because I look pale and washed out. Anyway, Chris, why don't you tell them about
I could.
You could go ahead, Chris.
All right, so this is Dave. He is the owner, operator, CEO, master distiller, groundskeeper.
Head distiller, Chris. Head distiller.
Sorry, head distiller.
Oh, by the way, hold on. I got to ask the Balls guys. Am I allowed to swear on this video?
Have at it, dude. Let it
on
rip.
another video, I kind of let the F-bomb drop, and I was kind of, chastised a little bit, and I said, just delete it, and they said it's a live stream, and I said, oh, okay.
Oh no, let it rip. You do what you do.
I mean, it's a 21. I mean, this is a drinking channel, right? I mean, we should be able to. Yeah.
Charlie will take a shot of fresh every time that you come.
We'll send you a shot of fresh for every time.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
That'll help.
Well, anyway, the term master distiller is absolutely meaningless, and so we try not to use meaningless terms around here.
I know. I always mess up. Head distiller and
Thank you.
mad scientist. How's that? Is that better?
That's better. Yeah.
There you go. Engineer extraordinaire, electrician, repairman, groundskeeper, head idea guy, PowerPoint presentation guru. I mean, what else can I say, right?
Yeah, that's right. Oh man. I don't know if I got my PowerPoints in this room or not. I got them somewhere. Anyway, you forgot plumber.
Oh yeah, plumber.
Electrician, welder.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of the above. Yeah. So I'm the guy who basically started Glenns Creek here, but the truth of the matter is pretty much all the other people here do all those things too. So it's not just me. I got a pretty good group here. So trying to get Chris to come in and be the, master taster blender guy.
Well, when I was down there, I thought Chris was the employee because he walked back there like he owned the place.
Yeah, he does. Just kind of comes right in.
I may or may not know where the stuff is kept, and John may or may not have pointed that out to me.
Right.
And Chris may or may not have everybody's phone number so that he can text us and say, "Hey, what about this? What about that?"
Also true.
Sure. So where can people find you? I know we know where you're at, but where can people find you?
Here at the distillery.
That's awesome. So like an address would be awesome.
Well, we're just a little bit down the road from Castle and Key. Everybody knows where that is. And we're just a little further down the road from Woodford Reserve. Everybody knows where that is. So if you start at Woodford and head toward Frankfort, or Castle and Key and head toward Frankfort, you'll go right past us. 3501 McCracken Pike.
You probably will pass them and then have to do a U-turn to come back and notice that you did pass them. That's pretty much how that goes.
Or you'll just look at the exterior and decide that we're not really for you because you're too hoity-toity.
Yeah. Now listen, you will not. Go ahead.
This group here, Bourbon and Ballz, probably your followers are more like our kind of people. Actually,
they are. They are the blue collar people you want in your life.
So the blue collar people, you go down and you drive right on past Castle and Key. It is a beautiful place. You can stop there and take pictures. Yep. And then you get back in your car and keep on going towards Frankfort. You'll pass some rick houses and it'll say Old Crow Distillery, but don't go to that one.
Don't go there.
Past that, you go to the building that looks like you may or may not get murdered a couple times.
It's like a Walking Dead kind of.
Yes, it has a Walking Dead kind of vibe. And that's where some of the best whiskey you'll taste is.
So,
and honestly, some of the best people too. I mean, they're just great people.
So speaking of the best whiskey, and I got to be honest with you, you are, if there's we don't do this, but if there's like a whiskey of the distillery of the month, you would have got it last month for sure. We are really getting into what you guys got going on, even though we've known you for a little while. But I got to be honest with you, I really fell in love with and we'll talk about that. Maybe I'm skipping around. I really fell in love with the hand filter stuff, and we'll talk about that at some point. But let's talk about real quick as far as your lineup in itself. The similarities to it, what you guys distill personally at your guys' distillery. I know there's a couple of them that you guys work on with other people, but if you want to kind of maybe off memory, go off of your spirits that you guys actually do.
Well, all of those things that you have on the table, if I can see them correctly, we distill here. When you say do with other people, that we do source a couple things from MGP. That's a whole long story, but most of our products we distill in-house. And so the things that you have in your lineup there, we distill here. And so ask your questions and I'll do my best to answer. And whenever I can't answer, Chris will answer and make something up.
And that goes the same for chat. For easier for me to find your guys' question, start with a Q and then a colon. And then ask your question. And I'll highlight it. Jeff, what do you got?
Well, if memory serves me correct, you are the Old Crow Distillery, correct?
Yeah, so as Chris said, the trouble is that when Jim Beam bought it in 1987, they split the property up. They kept part and they sold part. So I've got the part that they sold, which actually includes the Old Crow Distillery building. But they have a sign next door that says Old Crow Distillery. So it confuses people when they hear about Old Crow. So I'd say, well, as Chris said, you got to go past that sign. And then we're a little bit further down the road.
So I know this is going to come up right away. This is all, it was bound to come up. And if you want to talk about that for a minute or what, if not, we can move on to other questions. But the flip and the bird, People tend to like that bottle, and for different reasons, for many reasons. I know there's a story behind that, but you are a better storyteller than we are. So won't you tell us what that is all about?
Yeah. So being here at the Old Crow Distillery, from time to time we get visited by former employees or children of former employees, grandchildren of former employees, and back in 2015, the former superintendent of the distillery stopped in, and his name is R.W. Robinson, or we call him Bob. And he was the equivalent of what they know as master distiller today, but he prefers superintendent. He was the man in charge here. And so Bob, he stopped in. I thought it was really cool because he was the first former employee that I got to talk to and ask about things here. And, we chatted for about an hour and a half or so, and then he left. And I thought, well, that was fun. I probably won't see him again. But in a couple of weeks, he came back, and then he kept coming back. And, this went on for a while. And about 2 years in, one day, he just casually says, you guys should try to recreate the Old Crow. And I said, well, tell us how to do it, Bob. I mean, you obviously know, you're the man in charge. And so he told us, and so we created it. And we called it Cuervito Vivo, which is Spanish for the little crow. Cuervito is a little crow, and vivo means to live or be alive. And so it's kind of homage to the Old Crow, And things went along pretty well until about a year and a half ago. I received a cease and desist letter from a world famous tequila company that the brand name means crow in English. And so their claim was that Cuervito and their name, which I shall not say, is too similar. And therefore we have to stop using our Cuervito. And so, we went back and forth a little bit. It didn't bother me because I thought, I don't have millions of dollars invested in this brand. I don't mind changing the name. And if we change the name, then somehow I'm going to poke them in the eye a little bit. And so, we went back and forth with all kinds of different options. And I would tell the story to visitors, and so one day I was doing a tasting for a group, and one of the ladies in the group says, you need to flip them the bird. And her friend says, yeah, turn the bird upside down and call it flipping the bird. And I thought, well, that's brilliant. So yeah, we'll do that. And one of the guys here actually designed the bird. I'm not sure if you can see it on your screen or not, because my thing is so crappy. Maybe my camera's dirty. I usually keep tape over my camera because I don't want my computer spying on me. But you see the middle feather on the tail there?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's like that. It's like that. So
yeah, that's a good clip right there. We just found a good clip for the show.
So anyway, that's our comeback to said certain tequila brand who said we can't call it Cuervito anymore.
That's great. I love it. Jeff,
well, I mean, we were down. I was down there over the summer.
Okay.
And we picked up. We talked to Bob. We got a lot of good stories out of Bob that day. Wish we had a camera on.
Are you looking at me like I was there?
Yeah, you were.
That didn't help.
Yeah, and we were standing out there, and he just talked her leg off for about a half hour, and I don't remember where we were.
I thought I was there with Bob, our friend Bob. It was you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, at that time we picked up the bottle of the Cafe au Lait.
Oh yes.
And the sweet, and I tell you what, that Cafe au Lait, man, that was good.
But see, little did we know then.
Yes.
The Cafe au Lait can be much better.
It can be much better
if it's possible.
Yeah.
So we learned something that I learned when I came down with Chris, and I would love for you to tell the story as far as the processing. If people notice up here, and which, by the way, it's part of our giveaway tonight on the hashtag OCD. You guys are going to get the Cafe au Lait and the Hamilton Dark But not only are you going to get that, you're going to get the other version, which you guys got to try, which is the hand filter version, which enhances it. But I won't give too much away because I would like to have Dave kind of explain how that all processing works, if you don't mind, Dave.
It's top secret.
All right, moving on to the next question.
So here's what I'll say too. You wanna go when you taste these, you want to start with the OCD and understand the progression of everything first.
Yes.
Okay.
No, that is most certainly.
This is difficult to explain without the visuals, but you know, when we bottle something, we don't dump the barrel out like everybody else. Essentially, what we do is pressurize the barrel and push the alcohol out, and as a result, there's some residual left in the barrel. I'll keep the story a little bit shorter, you know. So kind of like a couple of gallons left in the bottom. And so, you know, we thought, what are we going to do with that? And the answer is, well, let's just pour it through a coffee filter. This is
sorry.
Who's got reverb? Is that you, Chris?
Yeah.
That'd be one Chris.
Sorry.
I'll
mute.
So let me just clarify this. So I taught myself how to distill in my garage, and I think there's advantages and disadvantages in that scenario. The advantages are that I had to do things that you wouldn't need to do in a big distillery, such as filtration. You know, I didn't have a filtration system in my garage, so I used coffee filters just to get the bulk of the char out. And that's where I learned about this idea that, you know, if you use a coffee filter, that lets a little bit of the char through into the liquid. Now, initially, I thought that would be a defect. I thought if people saw a little black stuff in the bottom of their bottle when they got home, they'd be freaking out, like, what the hell's that in my bottle? So initially, my thought was, well, I'll just reserve that for myself until I realized that was way more than I could possibly drink. Even with Chris's help, it would be too much. So I was, you know, these are the things that happen. One day I'm cleaning the bottling line and I'm, you know, cleaning out the filters and all that stuff. And a visitor, he's watching me and he says, you know, what are you doing? I said, oh, I'm cleaning up the bottling line after that barrel. And he points at the bottle that I'm filtering and he says, how can I get one of those? And I thought, wait a minute, you actually want it with the char in there? And he says, yeah. I thought, okay, well, we kind of work hard to get the char out of there. Now you're telling me maybe some people want the char in there. And I was kind of confused. And so what we do when we pressurize the barrel and push the alcohol out, basically. And so there's a little bit left in the bottom of the barrel. All right. So we take that and we dump it out and we pour it through a coffee filter. John does it usually. And we just call it hand filtered. So for point of reference, the coffee filter is 200 microns. You don't need to know how big that is. But our normal filtration is 1 micron. All right. So the 200 micron lets a little bit of the char through. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, Chris can describe the flavor better than me. It's just a richer, fuller flavor. The texture is a little different. The mouthfeel is a little different. And people in the know, like Chris, you know, we kind of reserve those for folks who understand that process. And you know, they come in and Chris doesn't discreetly ask. He just barges right in and says, hey, where's your hand filter?
I do not barge in. I literally send text messages and I say, hey,
yeah, you do.
Hand filtered.
That's true. That's true. So he has all the numbers, and he'll if I don't answer, then he'll go to Vicky, or he'll go to Vicky first because she's, you know, she takes care of him, and I usually blow him off. But anyway, so what we have in most of our products, so like the Cafe au Lait, we have the standard version, and then we have the little bit. There's usually about 3 gallons in the bottom of a barrel. And so that'll make about 15 bottles of the hand filtered. So it is really pretty limited. And, you know, if you come in and discreetly ask. So if you're at a regular tasting, don't blurt out in the middle of the tasting, "Hey, you got any of that hand filter?"
Right.
because then I gotta, answer for everybody at the table. But if you hang out, we always say hang out to the end, wait till everybody's gone, and then ask, "Do you have anything special?" Because sometimes we do.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Notice
whenever,
it said special, not premium.
yeah. So then there's another version called the premium, and we only do that on the OCD and the new, now the Flipping the Bird. Okay, and that's because that little bit in the bottom of the barrel, we take it and we add it back to a barrel, and every time we bottle, we take that leftover and we put it back in that barrel. And then once the barrel's full, we leave it for a little bit longer. Now, a couple of years usually, but the real answer is until it tastes freaking amazing. And then we decide, okay, it's time to bottle that one. So it's, most often it's once a year, one barrel a year. Sometimes it's two, but usually it's one. And so that one's really popular. And unfortunately, we only get right around 200 to 210 bottles. Now, when I hand filter that one,
Man, alive.
Then you got premium.
So listen, it's kind of like everything he offers is regular unleaded. It's phenomenally. It does what it's supposed to do, right? The hand filtered is premium in my premium unleaded. And then you jump up to like the premium offerings, and that's like rocket fuel. Or no, sorry, that's race car fuel. And then the hand filtered premiums is rocket fuel.
Wow.
It just keeps on getting better the higher up you go.
And look, unfortunately, they're limited, not on purpose. We don't try to limit production of anything. It's just the nature of how that comes about. It's the leftovers in the bottom of the barrel, literally, when we bottle, and it's usually 3 gallons or so, and you get about 5 bottles to the gallon. So, we're not trying to make these things limited on purpose. What I do.
Let me understand. Hey, Chris.
Vicky's gonna swap out my computer so I don't look purple and fuzzy. And
that's what I've been doing in the background. I was trying to get the better computer going.
So
I don't know what. I think it's the lighting. Is it?
Dave, you're running on like a compact Presario 28 right now.
Hey man, it's a Commodore 64.
That's probably why the internet crashes every time you try to sell something online.
I don't look any better on your computer. The lighting sucks in here.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch cameras on you, Dave. You ready?
Okay, hold on.
Switch them.
Hold on.
That's better.
It's so much better, Dave.
Vicky.
I didn't want to be on TV.
It is, isn't it?
Well, you are now. Wow.
Where's your?
I think it's on the other side.
Hey, I look.
Removing the masking tape does one.
Yeah, don't put masking tape on that one, Dave.
It's painful.
He's a little choppier, but
Yes.
Tech review
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Hey, this isn't my normal job, you guys. I'm not like you guys getting online all the time, raking in millions of dollars from followers and stuff. All right.
So your audio is a little down. I don't know if there's a way for you to adjust it up. That'd be great.
Oh, hell. Now my audio's down, Vicky. Oh, that's mute the mic.
yeah, you're 1,000% better looking right now, Dave.
No, that's for me. It's my audio, my microphone.
Yeah, hit the microphone with the down arrow, and then see if it's on his headphones.
Man, he's like in 4K right now.
Yeah,
I know, right?
That mutes me. Microphone.
We can see what he ate for lunch.
I know.
I did that one. I asked Chris ahead of time, like, this is easy, he said. You just go in there and it's just this and
Chris
yeah. sure, it's easy when you know what to do.
Kind of like distilling, right, Dave?
It is exactly. It's like making whiskey. When you know how to do it, then it's easy. I see microphones several places, but they're more like to mute me.
So down at the bottom, you'll see them. Sorry, guys. I know this is riveting entertainment right now on YouTube.
Yeah, actually, it kind of is.
So the microphone at the bottom, there's a little tiny up arrow beside it.
I see it. Yeah.
And then, yeah. And then if you hit that, there's like a little choice. What does it say?
It says, "Fuck you, Chris."
That might be what he actually named it. Yeah, switch it to like MacBook built-in.
Is it because of the headphones?
It might be.
Not a MacBook.
What happens if he takes the headphones out?
I don't know.
Maybe
Take your headphones out, Dave.
Maybe I don't. How am I doing now?
So much
Perfect.
better.
Perfect.
There you go.
Right. Screw those headphones.
So much better.
My computer's really terrible. I apologize. I'm sorry.
No, this is perfect. Now we can. No, this is great. Audio
Sorry.
is great.
Sorry, someone in chat says Dave's mic sounds like Jeff's.
No, but real quick.
Anyway, where were we after all this?
So
Vicky couldn't bear to see me looking purple for some reason.
Hold on, Jeff's trying to say something into his tiny mic no one can hear.
Tiny Mike,
That is awesome. I wonder why that is.
I think you need to turn the volume up on the software.
You can't.
You can for the Focusrite.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, keep going.
All right. So real quick, you were talking earlier about every time you filter it, it becomes more premium, right? So are you talking the proof gets higher every time you do a hand filtering? Is that what I understand?
No.
It's more concentrated.
More concentrated. Okay.
Yeah. Because I've been there before and they've pulled a bottle of, I had a friend, Kaylee from Barrel House Distilling up in Lexington. I brought over to hang out with Dave for a second to try some stuff. And they went back and pulled a bottle of the exact same barrel of hand filtered sweet and the regular sweet, and exact same proof, exact same barrel, exact same age. And just, it was so much more intense, like 25 to 40% more flavor and mouthfeel.
Oh, I believe it.
So you got a hand filtered sweet too.
Raising me up a little bit.
Oh my.
Wow.
Oh my. Oh my.
Hey, I make bourbon, man. YouTube. Okay.
Jeff, if you come visit, I've got some of the hand filtered sweet right back there.
Oh man.
So the only thing I can tell you is this. I don't really know why that little bit left in the bottom of the barrel tastes better, but it does. Okay. I had an astrophysicist come in here and he had a hypothesis, and that is that because we pressurize the barrel, maybe we're pushing some of the alcohol into the wood, and then when it's finished, that comes back out of the wood and it has more flavor. I don't know. I really don't. I just know that it does taste better. Okay. Chris knows that, and everybody else knows that.
Oh, yeah.
And then because we put it through a coffee filter, that leaves some of the char in there, and some people really enjoy that part. So it, Chris would probably say, if you know, you know.
Oh, it's absolutely true. And I try to tell people so everybody knows. I know it's bad. Is it bad business to sell more of your product? But it really is.
Make sure you get yours, by the way.
Oh, I know. I have some to pick up. I'll be down there Saturday or Sunday. Not this week, but next week.
Oh, speaking of, so Dave, you got a pretty cool thing going on. I know you don't, and believe me, it is all over your website. They don't deliver, people, so don't even ask.
They don't ship. No ship.
Or whatever. Deliver, whatever.
So actually, what's funny is if you go to the webpage, you won't see a section that says buy our products, store, any of that. You will see the section that says we don't ship. There's no shipping. Did we mention we don't ship? Stop asking us if we're shipping. You're an idiot because you think we ship. No shipping. Stop it now. No shipping. everybody's dumb who thinks we ship.
But can you DoorDash?
So to clarify the issue, okay, what we do have is something known as the GCD vault. So when we release something special, let's say, and we recently released a red corn version of OCD called Crimson Crow. It's still available for sale. You can go to our website. You can click on the little link that says GCD Vault, and you can purchase it. But we're not allowed to ship it to you. It's not our rule. It's your fucking state rule. Wherever you live in the United States of America, your state doesn't allow us to ship alcohol directly to you because that bypasses your state's taxes. Okay? Has nothing to do with our willingness or desire. It has to do with the law. Okay? So because we have a GCD vault where you're allowed to purchase it, some people purchased it and then thought they would receive it. And so I tried 500 fucking times to get it so people understood that you can buy it and we will hold it for you for however long it takes. And then you can come pick it up or have a friend in Kentucky who might ship it to you, but that's not us. I can't do it because I'll lose my license. It's not legal.
Yep.
It's not that I don't want to.
Yeah.
And so I had to put on there like 500 times on the website, look, just so you understand, here's how this works. You can buy it. We will hold it for you. You can come get it whenever. I don't care when. It could be years from now. It doesn't matter. You can have a friend pick it up. All of those things. But I am not allowed to ship it to you. Yes, Chris Blankenship will hand deliver across the continental United States.
Okay,
I
so
don't know about the hand deliver part, but
Well, you're the one who typed it.
no, that was Keith.
I'm probably naive to this, but I don't understand. If you can't ship, how can other distilleries ship?
Jeff, put your fucking microphone on.
It really does sound like it's off.
It's not on.
I don't know what to do.
I know I had sound troubles, but your microphone's going on through Charlie or somebody else. Okay.
Not all distilleries can ship to everywhere either.
No, let me explain it to you.
All right.
Okay? This is where people get confused. All right. The only place in the United States of America where I am allowed to ship directly to a store is Washington, D.C. I do not have to ship to a distributor. Every other state in the country, I have to ship to a distributor. Okay?
Hey, everybody can see your head right now, Jeff.
That's a great hat, Jeff.
That's a great hat. They see the back of your head the whole entire
Salt
time.
life.
Does he need a Q-tip or not? Or is he good?
All I could see was that big melon in the screen. But anyway.
It's close. No, it's still not on.
Oh.
All right, we're not gonna spend the whole freaking screen on this. This is for another day.
Again, this is glorious content, guys.
No, not really, because people are staring at Jeff's face right now.
It's ear tube. Come on.
So there's a workaround. This is a workaround, okay?
All right.
So some smart people set up a business in DC to have a store.
Oh, hold on. My
okay?
bad. Here we go.
Or and what they'll do, and this is where people get confused, what they'll do is they will put on my website a page that looks like I'm selling it and shipping it. I am not. Okay. You buy it on my website. Let's say I don't have this, but I know some brands that do. It looks like you're buying it from me and I am shipping it to you, but it's not. It's a guy in DC who fulfills the order and ships it to you.
Right.
Is somewhere like Justin's House of Bourbon or some other link. Okay. I don't know the whole details. I don't want to know the whole details. I ship it to DC legally. What happens after that? I don't care. Okay.
Now you're too loud.
Jeff's mic works.
I don't.
Yeah,
care.
I just noticed with the reaction. I think you blew Chris's ears out.
Well, see, I don't have my earbuds on anymore. So
All right, for full transparency, if I'm being fair, I might have had Jeff's mics off through software accidentally. My bad.
That's what I was saying.
Accident.
My bad. It defaults off.
we should have some OCD5, I think.
Yes. Well, you know what? I'm out
We're
of
out of it.
OCD5, and now I am now out of Cafe Olay, the regular version. So we need to make a trip down there.
Now, I was going to say, hold on a second. What's fun is, I don't know if you guys know this, but so every single bottle is a single barrel. Okay. So everything that you have has taste variants because everything is a single barrel. There's also single barrel picks.
Oh,
Let's talk about that.
That's Marcus's. That's
barrel
the bourbon judge. Which one do you have?
198.
All right. Who picked that?
193. This was the bourbon judge. I was actually on this one.
Nice.
You were.
Don't you loud?
No, you're great, man. I love it. I can hear you.
Only took us an hour to get the video right, and Dave looks great now. Jeff, we can hear.
All right,
Only
let's
took
start.
us an hour.
Let's start the YouTube live, guys. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. Welcome
Bourbon and
everybody to
Ballz.
Bourbon and Ballz.
Brad Boersma, our good friend, has a question. Has there been a product of yours that surprised you in terms of sales one way or the other?
Oh, good. Great question.
That is a good one.
You know, I can't concentrate because Vicky's in the other room laughing her ass off.
Chief of staff.
Gee, I don't.
What about Cafe Olay? Just because you thought it would do one thing and it ended up doing another.
Matthew Lynch, barrel 143. Yeah, that was a good one. That was halfway between regular and premium. Honestly, that one was a good one.
So, what makes a bottle premium, by the way?
We'd already explained that.
So yeah, we put the leftovers in a barrel and we keep.
Oh yeah. Never mind. I did. Never mind.
It's like a barrel of hand filtered that ages even more.
Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Amazing. So,
good God.
I guess the question, to answer to Brad's question, really is, each barrel is different. So most often when we're sampling to try to decide which one to bottle, Vicky will comment and she'll say, "Oh, this one's really good. It's going to sell fast." And she's usually right. Last month we bottled several barrels of Flippin' the Bird, and currently we're sold out. So over the last couple of days, we've been kind of struggling trying to find the next barrel. So for us, every barrel is a barrel pick. I mean, literally, we'll pull samples from 3 or 4 barrels. We'll taste them. If we think one is ready to go, then we'll pick it and we'll bring it over and we'll bottle it. If it's not ready to go, then we'll just kind of hold it for later.
Yeah.
And so it's I don't think anything's really surprised me so much. I think some things have probably sold faster than I might have expected, and some have sold maybe slower. We've got these heirloom corn ones like the Crimson Crow and the Patriotic Cobb that we released that sold very well, and people seem to receive them well. And Chris seemed to like them pretty well. And
they are really good.
And so, but no, I mean, I guess I go into this thing thinking, you come up with the idea, you execute the idea to the point where you cook it and ferment it, and then you put it in a still. If you taste it at the still, if you've done this enough and you taste it at the still and you think, oh, that's really nice, then you can expect some years later that that's going to be a nice product and people probably will enjoy it. So what I'm doing all the time is I'm guessing into the future, how much of any particular thing should we be distilling at any given time for some demand far off into the future. And, that's just a wag. It's a wild ass guess that I make. And of course that guess will be wrong. And so sometimes it's wrong on the side of, we don't have anything else that's ready yet. And sometimes it's wrong on the side of, well, we got a bunch of barrels waiting in the wings. And so, there's just no my PowerPoint, which I don't have. Maybe Vicky will get PowerPoint.
I'll text her.
She's listening.
So I'd imagine people in chat would agree. Like the base of your flavors, at least for me, when I taste most of your products, it's almost like a light coffee base that I get on a lot of your taste. And I'm a big coffee guy, and maybe that's why I love your products so much.
Well, certainly the ones you got there, the Hamilton Dark and the Cafe au lait, they use roasted barley. Okay.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's roasted like a coffee bean would be roasted, and so you're going to get some of that roasted flavor. And people tend to pick up coffee about 90% of the time, or dark chocolate some percent of the time. And so I'm trying to. I don't know how you guys read the comments and talk at the same time. I'm like, RW Infinity is great. Yeah, it is.
Someone's going to bring this up, and someone has now. Whiskey Bill brings up the explosion bottle
presentation. Now she's going. What are they bringing up?
Explosion barrel.
Oh,
yeah. I got a chocolate note on the back end of that Cafe au lait.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Do you have a comment on that?
Hold on, Dave. You can mourn that one for a second. So the coffee note comes from your that roasted malted barley. What was it you said, Dave, that you were trying to find a more cross acceptable
bullshit, Chris.
True, I know.
So the first thing we had was OCD5, and we distilled that for a year and a half or 2 years or something, and we would do tastings. And at the tastings, we noticed a pattern. And the pattern went like this. Of the people who come here who didn't seem to like bourbon, the majority of them were female. So John and I put our heads together and said, what could we possibly do to bourbon that might appeal to that demographic? And the answer we found was a product called chocolate barley. There should be some in here. I've been making my hot sauce in here, so this room's kind of a mess.
Oh, you make hot sauce. Nice.
I do.
Oh, yes, you do. You do make hot sauce. And you also make coffee.
Yeah, John makes the coffee.
John makes coffee.
So anyway, we found a barley. It's called chocolate barley. It's used in really dark beers. And we thought, if we could make a bourbon resemble chocolate, then, the ladies would like it. So that's how Cafe au lait came to be. Right?
Oh, nice.
Now, I will say, honestly, when I met Vicky and she came out here and she tried the Cafe au lait the first time, she enjoyed it. And she said that's her gateway bourbon. In other words, that's the bourbon she finally enjoyed that led her into more of an exploration of bourbon. Okay. So, I don't know how to put it, but because of our size, we're small, because of the fact that all of us, I think, liked experimentation and trying different things. And I think that what I tell folks is if you stay inside the lines, you're probably not going to make anything that's not good. Now, when you start stepping outside the lines, like we did with Cafe au lait, the roasted barley, that's not a typical thing that's done in bourbon. But that barley is used in beers. It's used in dark beers, and it has a good taste. So my viewpoint is it probably won't make your product taste bad. I don't know exactly what it will taste like, but we can cook up a batch and we can ferment it and we can distill it. And, within a week or so, we can understand whether we think it's going to be a good future product.
Yeah.
You taste it at the still, and if you think, wow, that tastes really good at the still, then you put it with the barrel, and you'll find out that the barrel is going to make it taste even better. And I don't think you can determine what the final taste is going to be. Okay, so my PowerPoint's here. Everybody loves my high-tech approach. This This is the same approach we take. We build our own stills. We build our own.
Oh my God, this is
all
like
real
the best
simple.
dinner.
It's all real basic.
Yeah. Listen, he made those PowerPoints on the first computer he was on.
That's right. Commodore 64. But the idea here is to
What the hell is that?
it's
The PowerPoint. Don't interrupt. Presentation.
it's a graph.
Yeah, it's a
thing.
crap.
And I'm trying to show you the relative quality to the time spent in a barrel. Okay. And so what we get out of the still is clear. It doesn't taste like bourbon at that point. It still tastes good. I'm glad Charlie loves pot stilled bourbon because it is good.
I don't like all pot still. Some pot still trash.
Well, some is, yeah. So it takes some period of time in a barrel to become what we expect from bourbon. Okay. Now, there's no set time. I'll tell you something that happened just the other day. Okay. We were trying to pick a barrel of OCD. All right. So John brought over some samples. We tasted them, and I don't think you were here when we did this, Chris. But unusually, there was a unanimous decision. Okay, that doesn't happen very often. So we said, yeah, that's the one. Pick that one, bring it over. Now, a couple of the other ones were good too. We said, pick this one first, this one second, this one third, but this one's the clear winner. And so the following day, John brings the barrel over, and then he comes into the break area, shaking his head, and he's like, I don't know what happened, but that barrel that we all picked yesterday was filled in March of 2025. That would make it 7 months old. Okay. Now, at the same time, I had some when visitors like Chris come in, people that we know who really enjoy bourbon, I'll often say, hey, I'm trying to make a decision right now. Can you help me? I'd like your opinion. I want to know what your viewpoint is. So we did that for several people, and all of them said, oh my God, this is great. Had a guy come in. He's got 1,000 bottles in his collection. I gave him that sample, didn't tell him what it was. He's like, oh man, this is really good. Oh, he just went on. Oh, this is great. Like, dude, that's 7 months old. Okay. So what I put over here, what I like to say is the perception of quality. That's an individual thing. We're not all the same. We don't all like the same thing. Well, thanks for making me full screen. I look so much better.
You're welcome.
So you can see the PowerPoint.
Well, we could also use hairline too.
Okay.
We're back.
There's just no way in my mind to determine, how much time does it take for, and by the way, there's a little phenomenon here you see where this sort of flattens out. That's called the law of diminishing return.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So at some point, we would have to say that more time in the barrel is not going to make it substantially better.
Right.
It might be a little better, but at some point it might get worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does. Sometimes.
That's what we call over oaked or tannic, right?
Yep.
And that's now, how long is that? Well, again, that depends. Different people like different things. So they're just, in my mind, there's just no rule to that. We've tried samples at now 7 months, 12 months, 15 months, 18 months on visitors, and 50% of the people say, oh, when are you going to bottle that? I like that. When can I get that? And so there just isn't any set time on the age.
So this bottle that was this barrel that was 7 months old, how long is it still sitting there? I mean, have you bottled it yet, or?
I haven't bottled it, and I'm kind of on the line. I think I'd like to bottle it just to prove to people that you can't just go by age. You can't go by time. That's not the factor that makes the best difference. What you have to understand is how the big distilleries operate. and this is not criticism, this is reality. They have a continuous column still. That still puts out the same volume day after day after day after day. That means barrels have to go into warehouse. That means barrels have to come out of warehouse. That means everything has to be on a timeline, okay? That means you're going to have to pull some barrels out at this age, some barrels out at this age, some barrels out at this age, and so on. And you have to overlay that with the size of a warehouse and the climate differences within a warehouse and how long you can keep a barrel on this floor versus this floor versus this floor. That's what they're dealing with, okay? So everything has to go through that system on a schedule, right? The schedule doesn't guarantee anything. The schedule doesn't say, oh, it's been in the barrel 4 years, it's going to be good, or it's been in the barrel 8 years, it's going to be better. That's not how this works.
Right.
Okay? There's too many variables involved in that. And so we don't have to deal with that. Our barrels aren't in a giant warehouse where you've got all these temperature fluctuations and things like that. So we literally pick every single barrel when we go to bottle it.
Okay, so, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, Dave, will you ever bottle just part of the barrel and then let the rest of it sit, or you're all in? You're going to pull the whole barrel because you're small.
I get asked that from time to time, so that's probably something that we should try just to see, because what we've been trying to do is understand why is that last little bit in the bottom of the barrel better? Is it because there's only a little bit there? But that little bit has only been in there a few hours more than the other. So it's not like more time. So we've conducted some experiments where, we've said, let's put 15 gallons in a barrel and see whether that age is better than, say, 53. Okay. Now these are barrels that we pulled most everything out. We left 15 gallons in and say, well, let's let that 15 gallons sit a little bit longer and see what happens. So we've done a lot of experimentations, but the trouble in this business is everything takes a long damn time to find out what the answer is. Right. And then you can't necessarily replicate the answer because the next barrel is going to be different. And that makes it really difficult to try to understand.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to figure out. I mean, was there anything special or anything different about this barrel that was, was it a higher char? Was it lower char? Any different? You don't know?
So I spent the best part of my career working with organizations, and I might have been referred to as a process engineer. The kind of person that looks at a process and tries to understand that process. What are the variables? How do you control those variables, and so on? So then I step into this industry where there's like a fucking million variables that most of which you have no control over whatsoever. And, for a guy like me that spent his career focusing on that stuff, it could drive you crazy. Okay. They're just, I can't even begin to tell you how many variables there are. And if you try to replicate anything, it's a futile exercise, because each barrel is different. The big guys achieve some level of consistency by mixing enough barrels together that any outliers, any characteristics that fall outside the norm get pushed to the center. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I definitely get that. Real quick, I know we gotta kind of move through this. Do you care to talk about the explosion bottle at all? Or are we touching a sore subject? Chris?
So I already told you how we get the stuff out of a barrel is we pressurize the barrel. We push the alcohol out. Okay. That's worked for us most of the time. And in my former career, what I did a lot with organizations is problem solving. So that's kind of how my mind works. In my mind, when I look at a result and then I back up and say, okay, what are the things that led to that result? In this case, it's no different than most problems. There was multiple things that went wrong that led to the outcome. Okay. So one of the things about a premium barrel, because you're emptying the leftovers back into that barrel has extra char. Okay. The length of the tube, we have two different lengths, a longer one and a shorter one. With the premium, we would prefer to use the shorter one so we don't suck up all the char.
Okay.
But the longer tube got used. That's one.
Okay.
Number two, we typically only use a 50 micron filter on the premium because there's more char. And the filter clogs up and then you have trouble. The standard 1 micron filter got used. Mistake number two. Also, the compressor that we use got swapped out at some point in time, and I was not aware, wasn't paying attention or whatever, because I don't do much of the bottling. The old compressor had a pressure relief on it where you could set the maximum pressure. The new one did not. So the barrel became overpressurized and it blew the head right out of the barrel.
And then what?
Of the OCD premium went on the floor.
So Charlie, 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals boom.
Yeah. So that was a $20,000 lesson. And the corrective thing was I finally put a pressure relief valve in the airline going into the barrel so that even if the compressor gets changed out, it doesn't change that. So that was a $30 corrective action on.
Oh man!
Wow.
Listen,
That
it
makes
was so good. I got to try it a few weeks before. It was so good.
Yeah. Brad's the hardest part of owning a distillery. People think we can ship, Brad. That's what.
Oh man, that's funny. That if you haven't said that enough.
I don't know that a distillery is much different than any other business or situation. It's like that barrel blowing up, you know. Sometimes shit happens. Sometimes the right conditions occur at the right time, and then there's a catastrophe. And I worked at Toyota for 10 years, and there were times that we had some catastrophes that shut the assembly line down for 8 hours, which is about an $8 million mistake. So a little bit more. But you can't point fingers and try to figure out who screwed up. You have to say, well, what are we going to do so that doesn't happen again?
Yeah.
And I think there's all kinds of challenges in this business. Probably the biggest one is because of the aging and the time required, and there's no set time, as we've discussed here.
Sure.
To try to make sure that if we get out into the market that we've got a supply of barrels that would be considered ready to go, that we can meet the demand. And because we have a lot of different products, I think that makes it more difficult. I'm constantly predicting the future, and the only thing I know for sure is that I'll be wrong in my prediction. Nobody can predict the future, and so, and then I try to say, well, if I'm going to be wrong, which way would I rather be wrong? And if it would be, I'd rather have more barrels ready than fewer barrels ready.
Sure.
And so I try to err on that side, but I still don't know what the demand's going to be, into the future. And
well, I mean, that's like Hamilton Dark, right?
Yeah.
My personal favorite pour, by the way.
Yeah, we're drinking that. We're drinking the hand filter version right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, if I look when we create a new product like the Hamilton Dark, and you're trying to decide what to do, you make a WAG. That's a wild ass guess. You have no basis to make that decision. You just say, okay, well, this is what it is. And then once you get it and you start selling it and you've got some sales history, then you can make a projection and you can make a scientific wild ass guess. Okay. And you're still going to be wrong, but maybe you're going to be less wrong.
Swag.
A WAG is a wild guess.
I know. Swag, scientific wild ass guess.
You got data. You're basing your decision on something anyway. but it doesn't necessarily make it a better decision.
So Pars Pours was asking, this was like 10 minutes ago. I don't remember what we were talking about 10, 15 minutes ago. I'm slow in chat, but it says, how do you figure out to get the yeast from the site?
They're asking about yeast questions, Dave.
So look, I was doing this in my garage at home. I started at zero, guys. I started at absolute zero. I had no experience, no knowledge, no nothing. And I built a still, and I started to use it. And then as time went on, I started learning about the various aspects like yeast, because I kept hearing all the noise out there on Facebook and YouTube and whatever, don't use wild yeast. You don't want to do that. You should always use this yeast. And, here's the secret. And I don't know. I'm skeptical by nature. I started thinking, well, wait a minute. What have humans done for thousands of years? The yeast factories didn't happen until the late 1800s. So what did we do in the 10,000 years before that? And the answer is, of course, we use wild yeast. Only nobody knew what it was because nobody could see it. Nobody.
Right.
It was Louis Pasteur who finally figured out what yeast was doing. Okay. So with that knowledge, I thought, well, I wonder if there's any, me and John, I wonder if there's any old yeast in the Old Crow distillery. Because yeast, when it dies, it creates a spore, and those spores hang out. They're in the air. They're everywhere. They're where you are now. They're where Chris is in his garage. They're everywhere. And that was a revelation to me when I read about that. I thought, well, that's interesting. And so we cooked up some mash, and we took buckets back in the distillery, and we placed them in different locations that might likely.
Not the distillery you're using today.
No, the Old Crow distillery, the actual Old Crow distillery.
The ruins of the Old Crow distillery.
And they used to cultivate their own yeast, so we put a bucket in there, and then in the distillery, and then we put one down in fermenter 5, and I thought, well, a fermenter, that'd be a good place, maybe where yeast is still hanging out. And you go back 5 days later, and oh, look, this bucket got tipped over by probably a raccoon or something. And all the buckets got contaminated except for the one in fermenter 5. And so I brought that bucket back to the distillery, and I thought, well, I don't know how to grow yeast, but let's see. It's a living thing. I've been making living things live for a long time. So what do you got to give it? You got to give it food. You got to give it nutrition, And it was completely unscientific, but I figured too, yeast has been doing its job on this planet probably for hundreds of millions of years. So it doesn't need the perfect scientific, conditions to do its job. And the funny part was, so I read in this book, if you aerate yeast, then it focuses on making babies, which is what I wanted. But if you don't aerate it, then it focuses on making alcohol. And so I went to PetSmart and I bought a fish.
What? Hold on, Dave. Hold on, dude. Hold on.
Charlie, yeast reproducing is what he's saying.
Asexually, not sexually, Charlie.
What is going on right now?
Listen, Charlie, he put some some Marvin Gaye on and some candles in the fermenter, and just
It was Barry White, actually.
Barry White, sorry.
All right, seriously, what's going on right now?
Hey, baby.
What are we talking about? A yeast strain.
Hey,
How he
I
was
didn't
able to
make
get
this shit up. This was in a book. I was reading this book. And
You're looking pretty good here.
if the yeast is aerated, it's going to convert most of its energy into making more yeast. If it's not aerated, it'll make more alcohol. And I thought, okay, well then I'll give it some air. And I just got a fish tank aerator and put it in the jug. And so I would. This is all very unscientific. I would.
All right.
I'd aerate it for about 3 days, and then I'd stick it in the refrigerator, because I learned in this book that when it's chilled down to a certain temperature, the yeast goes dormant, sinks to the bottom, siphon off the liquid on the top, put some more food in, bring it back out of the refrigerator, repeat, and so it was totally unscientific on it all. But works.
It's kind of like a sourdough mix,
You think-
basically. Yeah, where you get it to a point after you're ready to use it.
like yes.
Yeah, and then you put it in the fridge. It tones down. When you want to use it again, you bring it back out, reactivate it, and use it again.
Same concept.
Same
It's-
concept.
Damn.
I just like good bourbon. I don't know what to say.
No, he doesn't like the science behind it.
You don't want the science about making yeast babies?
All right, here we go again.
So, hey, Dave. So I was part of the Greater Cincinnati Bourbon Society. You came down a couple of years ago. When you were at when you found the if my memory serves me right, when you found the mash bill for the Old Crow, was that at the original distillery where you were collecting the yeast as well?
R.W. Robinson, who used to run this place, like I told you, he came here and he's the one that told us how to recreate Old Crow.
It's from Bob's
So
brain.
flipping the bird is the recreation of Old Crow.
But you ended up you looked up on what the recipe was like above. Is that right? Like up on the.
Well,
Maybe I'm
so
wrong.
if you go back to James Crow in 1835, and the mash bill he used wasn't exactly the same mash bill that was still used here in 1985. Okay.
Okay.
So we recreated what had been done here probably since Prohibition. So,
Gotcha.
a lot of things changed during Prohibition. It was kind of a time for distilleries to reset and create different mash bill, different products. Okay. So I'm looking at that question. How much is marketing of when to bottle? I'm not sure I understand that question.
He's saying like how much of the marketing is like we need it to say 8 years versus it's bad for it to say 4 years.
So, yeah, my marketing budget is absolutely zero. I don't spend a penny on marketing.
Somehow I believe that. I think I need that.
And that is
beforehand.
completely amazing to me because as well known as your products are and as much as people know about it and you spend nothing on the marketing, that just goes to show the word of mouth, the whole bourbon community just proves everything else about it. It's just amazing.
Sorry, that was me again.
I do things like this. I've been on some other podcasts. I'm happy to share with everybody out there. It's grown. It's certainly
We're frozen.
way in the beginning, but the challenge for me always or us always is that if you grow too fast, you'll outgrow your supply. Remember the supplies from years ago.
Yep.
And so I'm always looking at that and frankly sometimes concerned about, well, how many barrels do we have that are currently ready? How many are coming in the works? And how is that matching up to our sales right now, plus our distribution? And
You guys are back.
so, when I go into distribution somewhere, it's like you got to tiptoe in because I don't want to oversell what we have already ready, aged. Do I need to show you my PowerPoint again?
No, that's a lovely PowerPoint.
And I'm not sure you understand, but if it ain't ready, it ain't ready.
Supply and demand.
And so I haven't needed to market anything really because the foot traffic that we get here, is still almost 90% of our total revenue is people who come here for whatever reason. They've heard from somebody else, they got it from a friend, they heard it on a great YouTube channel.
I was looking for a Walking Dead movie myself. I'm sorry.
Did have
So,
a-
Tor, we'll ask. We'll see what we can do.
Well, here's what I'll say. Dave's marketing budget is exactly the same as his shipping budget.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say it's exactly the same as some other feature.
I will say this: the Hamilton Dark Hand filtered
Oh, look.
Yours is darker than ours.
Well, again, it's ready when it's ready because I have a batch of this that's also not very dark too.
Yeah.
I think Ashley and Harold maybe picked up that one. It's
Hamilton Dark simply because we had another version that was clear called Hamilton Spirit, and to differentiate the aged one versus the unaged one, we just called that one dark. I mean, we didn't spend a whole lot of time on the naming of the thing. You know what I mean?
like sweet.
Because my budget is, pretty small. Yeah. Sweet.
Interesting. Well, I got to tell you what. I don't know. This is the most unusual freaking interview we've ever done.
But it's one of the best. One of the best.
This is awesome. This is the most authentic interview, and I kind of knew that going in, but I guess unless you guys don't experience with us, and those who have seen our interviews in the past, I love this. This was great.
Here's what I'll say. I took a friend to Frankfort for the first time. He had never been to a distillery, and we were in town for something else. And I said, okay, we're gonna go to two places. We're gonna go to the big place down the road, Buffalo Trace, because
Sure.
We'll go there. He's never been to one. I said, yeah, we should go. And then we're gonna go to this other place. Okay.
Right.
And so we went to Buffalo Trace, and it was like Disneyland. You get a bracelet. You have someone standing in line saying line starts here that works there. They're ushering you. There's plushies. There's kids' toys. There's dog toys. There's everything for your kids, for your wife, for your dog, and for your grandmother. Yeah, Vicky, get on plushies.
Yeah,
I would buy a Dave plushie, just FYI.
That would be awesome.
That'd be glorious.
That would be awesome.
Suspenders and all.
And then when you squeeze it, when you squeeze it, it comes out with expletives.
Yeah, when you squeeze it, it just curses at you.
Yeah, exactly.
But so I took him there, and I said, okay, this is at one end. So if I had a PowerPoint, all right, we would go the curve, right? So Buffalo Trace. That's right. I love that shirt so much.
Yeah, hold on. There we go.
Nice.
That is great right there.
Dave, you're for us, bro.
Dave's for the real people.
Vicky's designing that one, So one day.
Okay, hold on. Wait. So I took him to Buffalo Trace, and I said, this is one end of the bourbon experience spectrum because it is curated and it is designed and it is exactly what they want it to be, right?
Right.
And they said, okay, we're going to go to this other place. Now, it's going to look like you might get murdered outside, but you won't. So we went in and we sat down and just tried things, right?
Wait a minute.
And
you sat down somewhere? Because
actually, no. Well, listen, if you know people, you get a seat.
Okay.
Yeah, you get a seat. But no, actually, this time we actually just stood out front in the very large reception area. Yeah. The very large reception and tasting room that seats 2.5 people. But no, we went over there and I was like, this is about as authentic as you get.
Right. No, exactly right.
It is not curated, it is authentic. It is
correct.
It is about the bourbon, it is about the whiskey, it is about the spirits, it is about truly making what's best. Not bulk or quantity or any of that kind of stuff.
You're exactly right, and that's
what's the saying, Dave?
Craft. It's a quintessential craft.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. It is craft. Yeah. It is craft without like trying to be craft because it's natural, right?
Chris, you've blown enough smoke up my arse, but I don't know. Somebody commented that my hair looks a lot better than that.
I disagree, Dave. No, you're looking good, brother.
That's good.
But
well, I gotta tell you,
stop picking up Dave.
That's right.
I think we're at a loss for words. I don't know we would ever get there.
No.
But this was a great interview.
We got to have you back on. We absolutely have to have you back on.
Yeah, I would love to have you back on a lot, actually. So Cafe Ole,
Chris, you too.
Hamilton Dark.
I might come back. You guys I guess you keep asking me back. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Check out his website. He's got it all there. What's great about it is you guys can order it. He'll hold it for you in the vault. Whenever you guys
will
make
not
it down
ship. You do not ship.
Right. But he'll hold it in the vault, which is awesome. Guys, I'm telling you, he's the real. Well, shit, he's the real deal. We all know that. And that's why we like Glenns Creek.
I got an old PowerPoint deck here. We can go on.
Oh my God, what the hell is that?
Hey, that's the next episode.
Point deck right there.
What the hell?
Don't ask the question. He'll start the PowerPoint.
Well, I'm just saying, what is that stack of stuff
This
you got?
kind of
Charlie.
What? I'm just asking.
important view of where the bourbon market is and where we're headed.
Yeah.
Well, where are we at right now on that PowerPoint?
Yeah, I was going to ask you about where you are with that.
1960s, mid 80s, 2024, 25. We're past that, I think, but I could be wrong.
So are you seeing any impact from the tariffs that are currently in place, or?
The tariffs is all overblown, man. I think, as I recall, the numbers like foreign sales for all bourbon distilleries is 4.4% or some. No, to us, it doesn't affect anything because I don't even sell in all 50 states, let alone overseas.
Do you sell in Alaska?
The story that the media tells, they got to look for something. Oh, it's Ozempic. Oh, it's, the younger generation. Oh, it's this or that or something. To which I would say, no, it's the fact that everything goes through cycles.
It's cyclical, right?
Everything is cyclical. This market has been red hot for the last several years, and inevitably something that's that hot has to start turning around and going the other direction for whatever reasons.
Right.
It's a normal occurrence. I mean, everything goes through cycles. And the interesting thing was the last boom cycle was in the 60s over here.
Yeah.
So between there and there, you're talking about 60 years of time that we were somewhere between the boom and the bust and the boom.
Well,
Okay.
and the bust was also that we didn't have the huge foreign markets that we do now too, either, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, it's just ironic, or just so that the tariffs are in place
That's right, Ashley.
mean nothing, even though that the market is on the downturn. It's just a cyclical thing. Because you got all these big distilleries that are filing bankruptcy and going out of business and all that. It's just seems kind of strange that it might be a coincidence, basically.
So just like the barrel blew up, there was at least 3 things, probably more, that were behind that end result. The same thing is true about the current situation. But, markets are based on human behavior, and human behavior is very predictable. And, on the up cycle here, all of the big distilleries have doubled down. They've increased their production. They've added second distilleries. Okay. On the way down from the 60s to the 80s, companies don't invest when the market is going south. Mm-hmm. So these behaviors are very predictable, and I could say that it's inevitable. I can't say when, I can't say how far, I can't say how bad it's going to be. I don't know any of those things, but I know that markets shift, and that's kind of an inevitable thing. And when you look at what's been going on, let's say in the last 5 to 7 years, I call this period irrational exuberance, because people aren't making rational decisions. They're throwing money at this because, oh my God, you can't lose it. Look at the market. Oh my God, barrel prices can never go down. Only they've gone down about 2/3 from where they were 2 or 3 years ago.
Wow.
Okay. So that kind of talk is always the same. I've been studying markets for the last 40 some years because I'm curious about human behavior and how we think and what causes us to make the decisions that we make. And I'm not saying I always make the best ones. I'm just saying we've been looking at this at Glenns Creek. We've been looking at this for, 7 years, saying, when's it going to happen? When's it coming? Look at how this is building up, looking where things are headed. And so, by the way, during that time, we've been preparing to make sure we don't get caught in that situation, right? Lower debt, put away cash, create innovative products. Those, to me, those are the three keys to success for the future.
Yeah.
So we got some interesting things coming. We did Patriotic Cobb on the 4th of July. We did Crimson Crow on Halloween. We might have something coming on Second Amendment Day, just FYI.
Nice.
Interesting.
Might have the Flipping the Bird Premium coming up sometime. We might have, there you go, Chris got the cup.
Hold on here, Chris. What is that?
So we've created these products some years ago in preparation for this reality that, you know, what do people want? People want something new and interesting and different from what they've had. And so, you know, we've been, I think, positioning ourselves rather well to you know, weather whatever situation is going to come. And I don't think it's not going to be a collapse. You know, the big guys will survive. I think it's going to be beneficial to consumers overall. There'll be more availability. Prices will be more sensible. You know, the secondary market, stupid prices are going to have to come down. So you know, I don't know. That's just my predictions, and my predictions are probably going to be wrong to some degree. But I think I think that certainly we're poised for whatever they call it, you know, correction, softening, slow down,
Right.
whatever words. It's not going to be a crash, I don't think. But again, I just think that,
Hey, Dave, I think people in chat are asking to see if you can start selling copies of your PowerPoint in your gift shop.
I could.
Can you ship
Dude.
those to 50 states?
I can ship. I've got this one, which kind of reflects the quality to the overhyped, overpriced curve. This is the price line, and this is the quality line. And at some point they diverge, and at some point you're paying $250 for something that should be $80. You know, that kind of.
Right.
Well, you being the quintessential craft. So there you go.
What is that?
Soteet, Captain Soteet.
Oopsie.
You remember that SNL Jeopardy thing where Sean Connery's on there?
That is fantastic.
That reminded me of that right there.
Snow.
Said so tit.
No, that's a real thing. If you've ever bought, is that Captain Frigates? No.
Yeah. This Arsenio. No, this is Borislav Alexander of the Swiss Navy.
Charlie, listen, you're getting a history lesson. That's
I'm
real.
sorry. Go ahead.
It's definitely real.
What is?
The story he's about to tell about.
Right.
Captain-
Let's hear it. Sorry, we were doing SNL skit. Go ahead.
Commodore Borislav Alexander Soti of the Swiss Romanian Navy. You mean that guy?
Yes, that guy. Definitely real.
Look, you know, what I like to talk about, for example, is the fact that all markets go through cycles. I can't say when, I can't say how much, I can't say how far, I can't say any of those things. I can only say that cycles are an inevitable part of markets. Everything in the universe goes through cycles. So that's pretty much a given. And I can only look at the indicators to say, well, what are the indicators out there that tell us whether we're at a peak, past a peak, not at a peak, whatever, and then make some guesses based on that. And you can look at the number of total barrels available. I get emails saying, hey, here's some barrels for sale. There's more barrels for sale right now than any time in my 10 years. The prices are much lower. So all those things are indication that the market is shifting. I have no idea how much it's going to shift. I don't think about that too much. What I think about is, are we in a good position when that happens? Do we have enough people like Chris, our fan base? We've got a lot of people out there who enjoy our products. As long as we keep making delicious products at reasonable prices that people want to continue to enjoy, I think we'll be fine. Okay. you know, all the media, oh, well, you know, the COVID boom is over. People are not spending as much, you know, blah, 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 blah. People are taking Ozempic so they don't want to drink, or the young generation's more health conscious. We've heard all this shit before.
Wow.
You know, it's the same story, different words, different circumstances. It's the same thing that happened last time. And I think that the industry is much better positioned this go round, you know, with new and different and interesting products. There's lots of good bourbon out there in the world. There's lots of interesting things out there. There's lots of reasonably priced things. If you knuckleheads would stop spending $350 on a bottle, then the price is
so
better.
Dave, you know what? There is a lot of great stuff out there. Is there an opportunity if we want to come down and see you at the distillery? You're open when? Like Monday?
So we're here 7 days a week.
7 days a week. Okay.
7 days a week.
And they can just come in and tour, or how does that work?
Well, if you want to have the full experience, you know, the whole Dave thing, then it's best you sign up. You go online and you book a visitor experience.
Okay.
You can also just walk
Dave.
anytime and
Dave.
a walk-in experience out front. You know, if you've been here before and you know what you want, you can just come in and say, "Hey, I'd like to get a bottle of whatever." You don't have to do the full tour. You know, a lot of people do. They know that each time they come back, they're going to get something different. I create new PowerPoint slides all the time.
So my question, you talk about, and I noticed it to yesterday, I think it was, you have a walking tour. Explain that, how that works.
A walking tour.
Yeah.
What else would you do?
Well, no, it's like a grounds tour, or something like that.
Not just of the distillery where he makes the stuff now, but of the Old Crow distillery.
Right.
We don't do a tour in our distillery because you're sitting kind of in the middle of it and it's gotten cramped and there's work going on, and I don't want you to get run over by a forklift. But we sit right in the middle of the situation. The grounds walk means we go back to the Old Crow distillery. We get to go inside some of the buildings there. We get to see some of the old history, like the boilers from 1935. You know, we go around back and you get to see the beer well, and you know, when the weather's right, we feed the fish and we do various things. And so it's a chance to see the historic part of the distillery. Yeah, William, you got to walk, no golf carts. Sorry.
So real quick, I want to add this into the screen here, and I know Chris wants to talk about this.
Dave, there's been lots of people ask about your still. So I found a picture of your first one and sent it over to Charlie.
What are we looking at, Dave?
Is that a keg?
I have a
barrel?
What is that, Dave?
slide showing all my work. So that's the second still that I built. We called it Double D because it has two doublers on it, you perverts. And
I wasn't there, but okay.
so the first still that I built, you know, and I used in my garage was 15 gallons. This one was 45 gallons. It was still woefully undersized, and so we used it for. Now the advantage of that one is I could run like 3 runs a day on it, so I could get some output on it, and then we changed that to the second generation, which was quite a bit larger, and then eventually we've changed it to the current still. So, you know, we're still learning things, and we're, you know, finding out how to make the stills easier to use, easier to operate, more efficient, and so on. So yeah, that's a blast back to the past of the second still I ever built.
Wow.
And that one was electric heated. And, you know, over time I learned that there's problems with electric heat. So we switched them over to propane heat. But all of our stills are homemade. I made one, John made one, Justin made one. So, you know, I taught the other guys how to TIG weld so that they can build a still. And so, yeah, we build our own equipment.
So you prefer gas or propane over electric heat because you can control it better, or for what
Yeah,
reason?
that's part of it. But the trouble is the heat elements on the electric tend to burn out right in the middle of a run. And then that
Okay.
sucks. And so propane, in the beginning, I didn't have the money to rent a big propane tank and have all that piped in and stuff like that too. So, part of it was make do with what you can afford, initially, and as time went on, make improvements to that and upgrade. And we're still really a do-it-yourself place, and so I'm still learning PowerPoint.
So if somebody wanted to do a walking tour, how would they go about doing it, and how much would it cost for them to do it?
All that stuff you can find on our website. A little button says book now, and I only do those on certain days and times because I have to block off other things to make sure, because it's a 2-hour thing. Most of our visitor experience is 1 hour, so I tend to do those in the spring and the fall. I've got some later this year because people beg me to do them later. I typically don't like to do them, into November because the weather can be unpredictable. So, when I'm done, I've got 3 more this year. I think there's one still that has a little bit of space in it. The other 2 are full already. Because after that, we come back and we do a tasting. And I've only got 12 seats at the tasting table, so that limits the number of seats to 12. But there's a video on YouTube, and actually the guy who shot it put it on our Facebook page today. His name is Bo Cumberland, and he did a little 5-minute video showing kind of what happens on the walking tour. So yeah, Dave Vogel saying we don't ship. People have enjoyed poking fun at me for that fact.
Yeah. Well,
No,
yeah.
Chris delivers. That was the
Yes, that's what I got.
already made.
That's what I got. Yeah.
So
Chris will deliver wherever
He'll
you want.
mule it wherever you need.
Yep.
Hold on, Chris
Wait.
visits. Hold on, Chris visits Glenns Creek quite often to see his friend Dave, and Chris might pick things up while he's there, and who knows what happens to them afterwards. But the Glenns Creek vault has clear shelves, and people are happy. That's all I'm going to say. Why do you keep saying these things? Listen, I don't know what you're talking about.
I just saw the chat, man.
I don't know. I'm just reading the chat. I'm just
The
So-
chat.
It's not me. It's not me, Chris. Like I'm
Let me
just
just-
going off the chat. Just what people said.
and the plane, as they say on all these YouTube channels. Okay. All of the information I think is available on our website. You might have to poke and read and look at it. We offer the GCD vault. It's basically you can purchase something. Let me back up. You can sign up for email notifications of anything special. Okay. So if we do
Listen, which 1000%, everybody should sign up for the email notifications.
it's free. We're not going to bombard you with emails. When we come out with something like Crimson Crow, you'll get an email that says, hey, it's available. Here's the link. Go here. Here's the password. We want to give those people preferential purchasing. If you make the effort to sign up for those things, you get the notification first. Okay.
And especially that's the only way you can get premiums.
Yes.
The only way. Don't ask him. Don't ask me to ask him. It's a funny joke the first 1,000 times.
Or you have to be somebody like Chris, because they're my favorite. Chris is yeah.
So real quick, I want to talk about this, and then I think we got to wrap this up because we generally only have like 45 minutes. and I think we've doubled that,
You can't hold Chris to 45 minutes.
which tells you
Yeah,
how
they can hold
interesting-
me to 45 minutes, Dave. Yeah, that's what it is.
which tells you how interesting this was. But real quick, the flood, obviously, you guys have now recovered, but man, what a massive, massive undertaking you guys went under.
Not recovered.
Okay.
We'll be working on that building that you see in the picture for God knows how long. It's 26,000 square feet, and there's a lot of shit in there, including our barrels. But we have a wood shop, we have a metal shop. I mean, we build our own stuff. So we got the metalworking equipment, we got welders, we got woodworking equipment. All of that stuff's in there, and it was a god awful mess. And Justin and John have been working on it. John's been kind of moving the barrels and trying to clean the floor underneath and get those reorganized, and it's just a clusterfuck right now.
For those wondering, the two wick houses in the back, those were part of the old Crow Distillery rick houses.
Right.
But that's what Beam owns now. So that basically kind of where those white trailers are.
And if you see, well, I can't point at that. If you see that white thing at the end of the building, by the way, that happens to be all of my belongings, and they are all underwater. So
Oh my gosh.
my house and all of my belongings got totally fucked in the flood, and people were so wonderful sending us donations to help and everything. And it's going to be a long time before that's all sorted out. Our distillery didn't get affected, where we're operating didn't get affected. That's our warehouse. That's and there was 5 feet of water at some points in that building, and so it was just a big mess. But a lot of really generous people donated, and it was really very moving for me that people stepped up and did that for us. So you can see that the water didn't quite make it up to the floor level where we're operating.
So that front building is where the distilling and fermenting and all that kind of. So not
That's the big waiting area.
Yeah, the staircase on the left there you can see going up to the building. That is how you walk up to that, and that level right there is the floor level. So you can kind of see it at the bottom of the white door on the first floor, like the old loading docks, all that kind of space right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the warehouse is 5 feet underwater.
That's the good news. The building to the left there where you see the water up almost to the top of the door there, that's where we have all our stuff stored, and that took on some massive damage. And it's just, and it'd be really hard to hire a company to come in and help clean it up, because it's just stuff floated everywhere. I mean, things that were that end of the building ended up the other end, and things that there ended up over there. And we haven't even gotten access to some of the barrels yet, because there's all kinds of other crap that got in front of them that has to be pulled out first. And Justin and John have been working hard on it. They made a lot of progress, but it's just going to be I'm not going to say it's ever going to be normal again. It might actually be better than normal, because we're finally throwing away some crap that we're pack rats, and we collected oh, look, I got a little 2-inch square piece of wood, I need to save that for some project. And now you go like, oh fuck it, throw it away, because it's all ruined.
Yeah.
Well, you're kind of in a vulnerable area anyway. I mean, you've had several recently anyway issues as far as flooding. You've had contractors or truck drivers ride over your fence, and you've had all kind of little issues.
Yeah. Hey, Dave, how many once in a century floods have you had this century? 3.
Yeah. Well, I'm a civil engineer, and we're seeing that too. I mean, anytime we do a stormwater design or anything like that, we got to account for that. It's not just a once a year, 100 year, or anything like that.
I remember that. We talked about that when you came in. Maybe I knew.
Yeah.
So there you go. So Dave, dude, we can go on till 2:00 in the morning. I can assure you that.
We could.
But I know some of our viewers were like, we got to put them to bed. Dude, we're going to have you on again, because I think there's a lot more to go over at some point. There's things that we didn't get to talk about tonight. But Chris, I appreciate the connection as always. When you bring it, and Dave is no exception. Believe you me, good God, he's no exception.
Fantastic, dude.
Hey, William Hall wants
Coming
to
on,
talk
man.
about nerdy stuff like the Toyota system and how that affected my thought process. Now, that would be a lengthy conversation.
Okay, well then let's save that for the next episode.
Or he should stop by the distillery and book a
Yeah.
tasting tour with Dave and have an hour-long conversation about that.
Or we maybe come in and do a barrel pick and have an hour long and have.
Oh no! See, listen, you guys said it. I wasn't gonna bring it up, but
Well,
the
we can
Bourbon
move a
Glenns
barrel
Creek
pick. I would love
pick.
to do with. I would love to do with Dave.
Or Poldol or whatever. My name is pronounced Meyer.
Okay,
Oh,
But
Not
yeah,
me.
the barrel pick idea.
I get it. We're getting in a little bit over our heads on these barrel picks, but yes. So nevertheless, Dave, Chris, guys, this was probably one of our favorite nights we've ever done, and we before we went on air tonight, we were reminded that next time we air something, it's gonna be our 100th live episode.
That's right.
wow!
And I can tell you, this was up there as far as one of our favorite live episodes. I ain't gonna lie, this was freaking great.
This was awesome.
Well, all right. Glad to help, guys. Appreciate what you do. Appreciate your help with SLB too on that. And
Well, dude, how much did your premium thing end up going for in the auction? Right?
Hold on, that's not just a premium thing. Listen,
That's the hazmat.
that is an OCD number 5 single barrel. So again, you notice how the OCD premiums were all a blend of all those other barrels, right?
Okay. Yep.
This was a single barrel OCD, I like to say ultra premium, one of 5 bottles hazmat.
no, it was 8.
Oh, sorry, one of 8. My apologies.
One of 8.
8 bottles from it was a total mistake. I guess. I was just somebody gave me a 5-gallon barrel and I didn't know what to do with it, so I put OCD in it and I left it sit there forever, forgot about it, went about other things, whatever. And finally one day I said, I just need to put that in a bottle.
Because you kept kicking it by your desk, and he's like, "Daggone, what do I keep kicking?" So he's cleaning up his desk and found the barrel.
I took it out, I measured it with my hydrometer, and my hydrometer only went to 145, and it wouldn't measure proof. And I was like, well, crap, what proof is it? So then we got one of the little Anton Par, electronic proof checker thingers, and I checked it. And I was like, holy crap, it's 150 and a half. So I gave a bottle to SLB for their charity. It sold for $2,126.
That is awesome. Very good. Awesome.
Listen,
awesome.
that doesn't mean you start charging more. Don't get that in your head. You
No.
stop it. Stop it, Dave.
That whole SLB charity for Riley was fantastic. I mean,
that was phenomenal.
we're very proud to be able to step up and help as well, to do what we can, as little as it was.
And as a reminder, Dave donated. Yes, that Dave right there. That Dave, old Care Bear Dave. That's what I call him now.
Care Bear.
He's not old cranky Dave.
I'm going to go back through these messages tomorrow and find out who said my hair was better here than it is here.
Okay, so whoever said something about his hair, they're going to get old cranky Dave.
Yeah.
But old Care Bear Dave donated that 1 of 8 bottle, donated some premium bottles, donated some other bottles, and donated 5 bottles to the Bourbon and Ballz raffle, which was 3 of the Crimson Crow and 2 new Flippin' the Birds. So, I mean, listen, just not only is he a wealth of knowledge and a skill of distilling, he has a big heart too.
Absolutely, and very much appreciated, dude. Seriously.
Thanks, Dave.
Now, yes, whatever this is, Dave. Now, mind you, I've got to go pick up those bottles because remind you, he doesn't ship. So if you want those bottles, I've got to go get them next weekend.
That's right. Heal them up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, we'll have you guys on here soon again, and maybe we'll talk about some other stories, and also maybe we'll talk about a barrel pick.
Yep, we can do that.
But
All
here's the
We-
question. What do
Stories.
you pick?
No,
What do you
that-
pick?
that-
It's
that's
so-
a great question. What do you pick? Right.
So many good things.
Wow.
So we will definitely do a barrel pick. We just don't know when, but we'll definitely do one.
Yes.
Love it.
Snow Baboon Inc. 2700 won 2 Crimson Crows.
Oh, yes, he did. He on the charity giveaway, he won 2 Crimson Crows.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Dave. I'll take care of that shipping. Don't you stress.
I'm not worried. That's good stuff.
It is
Right.
good stuff. Listen,
Thanks, Dave.
I
Thanks for-
appreciate you guys.
A community trying to catch some of these messages. Anybody wants to know anything in particular, ask Chris.
Are you Discord savvy?
Uh,
listen. Go on Facebook and ask. Go to the listen. In all honesty, go to the Facebook Glenns Creek. Sometimes you'll get John. Most of the time, you'll get Dave if it's cranky sounding.
There you
Okay. All right. Because
Well-
typically what we do is anytime we have a distillery on,
book, but he doesn't generally respond to questions or things like that. So usually I do that. So
go. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that.
okay.
you just put it there.
Well, Dave,
we'll
the
put the link
reason
in
they're
there.
asking is because they do a thing where they offer up a Discord channel for anyone who has like questions that they can put in Discord. So you might have to learn a new technology.
I looked at the SLB Discord and I was like, I don't know what the fuck all that. There's quite.
All right. On that note, we will leave it there.
Listen, we'll send it. Listen, guys, just send it to Vicky.
There you go.
There you go.
Just send it to Vicky. Vicky will take care of it.
All right. All right. You guys have a good evening, and
Yep.
God bless you guys for coming on.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming on tonight.
Thanks, Dave.
How do I
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
See you guys.
to turn this off? I don't know how to turn it off.
Good Lord.
That was great. That was great.
That was
Yeah.
phenomenal. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did.
Yeah,
Man, we got some giveaways to do too, by the way.
we did.
So real quick, hashtag what was it? OCD. I'm gonna give a few seconds and then I'm gonna spin this bad boy, and then we're gonna get going on that. We're gonna get also on super chats.
Yep.
Tonight's super chat is our Cedar Brook barrel pick, the Jack Daniel's 10-year rye, 13-year Buckner's Hazmat, and the Stag 25B.
Yes.
As a boy.
For every $5, you get an entry. Plus, you get the option or the chance at the lockbox.
Oh yes, the infamous.
The lock.
I think you guys almost figured out the combination.
You're getting close.
Yes. So, all right, let's do the OCD spin. Let's bring this on the thing. Y'all better hurry if you want in.
That was a great interview. Dave was great.
Dave is awesome.
That was you know how you like hype shit up and it doesn't. That went above.
That is like
That was great.
What we also need to get, we need to get Dave. We also need to get Rob or Bob on the show.
Oh
God, that
Have
guy,
you
that
talked
dude,
I've not talked
that
about
dude-
I've only heard
no, the stories that Bob had.
the stories that Bob
Really?
has, we sat there
Yeah.
for a half hour, 45 minutes at least,
Yes.
just
Really?
listening, because he just has some great stories.
just the
Because, I mean, the historical part of it.
Yeah, and
Not-
you might as well figure out. You know what? I'm gonna spend the whole half day at
Easy.
yeah.
Yeah.
just block
If
it
if
off.
Correct.
if you find
Yeah,
him
but-
there, we were
Right.
lucky. We were just like, okay, who's this old guy coming in with missing finger? And I was like, and then we find out, I was like, oh shit.
All right, here we go. Let's
Yeah.
let's
Yeah,
spin
you
this
know
thing.
what?
Here we go. 47 people in. That's great. And Tyler Patterson, thank you for the super chat, by the way, buddy.
Maybe that's
Oh my God. 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 Oh my God.
you only allow one entry.
Just one entry. Guys, I swear to God, this is oh my God. Oh my God. That's all I can say.
This is the premium pour guy, right? Or is this the hashtag?
This was from last weekend.
Wow, you
This is
won.
the hashtag. It's only one per.
Had one.
So this is
Oh.
the hashtag OCD.
Yes.
Wow. Brad, I'll tell you
Oh.
what.
Congrats, Brad.
My God. Oh my God. That's all I
Good
gotta
for
say.
you, man.
Great for you. If you guys know,
you are
know.
the luckiest person I think I have ever met.
Yes.
Well, I
Oh
haven't
my
met you
God.
yet, but
We are gonna do a hashtag
Yes.
Brad one of these
congrats,
days.
dude.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Congrats, buddy. That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Man.
That I don't know what to say about that. Only to say, oh my God.
Well, Brad, we do have your mailing address. We'll have no problem getting you the samples for that one.
Oh my God.
Next time you want to enter the lottery, Brad, let me know.
Oh
We
my
will
goodness. That is the greatest thing ever.
go have
Buy,
this one.
hashtag Brad buy lotto ticket. There you
Yes.
go. Yep. Thank you, Chris.
Oh
Wow.
my God. That's funny as hell.
Dude.
That's wild.
Hey, real quick, we're one thing I didn't advertise, and maybe I'll do it right now. For those who are listening, I haven't printed it anywhere. We still have fantasy football to do.
We do. And who won last week? Because we had the
I think Zach did. He already got his stuff.
oh, did Zach win? Okay.
2 weeks ago. We didn't run it last week.
Okay.
So this week we're doing Sunday Night Football, hashtag Steelers or hashtag Chargers.
Boo.
So whichever one you think's gonna win, they're playing each other, by the way. Let me show you real quick.
That's Sunday Night Football.
Hashtag Chargers. All right. Or hashtag Steelers. If you guys have been on this show before, you pick the team. We're going to spend both teams tonight. Whoever wins will face each other for Sunday night. And whoever wins that game between the Steelers and the Chargers for Sunday Night Football gets a set of samples.
Well, there'll be a drawing for the set of samples because if there's like 10 people that pick Steelers, which they should, we don't want 10 people winning samples. We're going to have those 10 people entered into a drawing that will win the samples.
Dude, you're like Back to the Future. That's what we're doing tonight.
That's right. Okay, you're picking. All right.
Holy Moses, dude. What is wrong with you right now?
Pick Chargers.
I'm just
Dude,
trying to think.
You're like 5 years behind.
I might be.
So, anyways, we're gonna draw tonight. So hashtag Steelers or hashtag Chargers, whichever you want. You need to pick tonight. So I'm gonna take that off the screen right now. Jeff I don't know what's wrong with Jeff.
I'm good. It's all good.
All right. Well,
It's having fun.
anyways, all right.
Dave's messed with me all night, so I'm good.
Still waiting on the video from SLB Charity Drawing. It's in our what are you talking about? It's the live stream or the
Well, it's on our YouTube channel. We posted a video for that, and it's also on our Discord and Patreon. So
Okay, can I correct you on all that stuff? Because you're
Oh.
wrong on everything you just said.
I thought I saw it on our YouTube channel.
Can I correct all that?
Sure. Go ahead. Correct.
Okay, first of all, the link is in our Patreon to get to the YouTube channel.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's not no, it's not out there.
Oh, okay.
So that's where I wanted to correct you on.
Okay. Thank you.
So you have to get to our Discord to get to the link, and it shows all the drawings.
All right. Thank you.
Anywho, I digress. Jeff likes to throw me wrenches all the time. Good Lord. I'm glad we can hear Jeff. I'm not so sure about that. All right. I'm going to get the ducks ready to go. Let's do that. I'm going to go over the super chats. And don't forget, for those who are on Super Chat Premium or Super Chat Plus, I'm sorry, Patreon Plus,
Mm-hmm.
they all get a free entry of Super Chat for tonight.
Yep. And I do have some Venmos here. So to
All right, you're
answer-
gonna have to
Yep.
wait.
To answer, I don't know whose question it was, but yes, I do have some Venmos here.
All right, you're gonna have to wait. So you guys can start talking while I get this set up.
Yeah,
'Cause
just
we gotta get rolling on this because we got Google Meets. I want to.
Yeah, just a reminder, next Thursday night, we've got Devil Road with Bespoken. Now, I'm just going to put a caveat on it. We're still waiting on bottles. They're having an issue. I don't understand what the issue is. We had.
Oh, I know what the issue is.
I know what the. Yeah.
People stealing our bottles.
We had 2 shipments sent to us that miraculously just disappeared. We don't know what happened to them. We just know that we got a notification that they arrived in our Sharonville UPS hub, and then they went to ship out, and then they just disappeared. They were damaged. They were lost. They were discarded. We don't know what's going on. We suspect a few things, but
Suspect,
there was
we
There's
know.
not suspect.
There's
It's a
not
pattern.
suspect.
They're,
There's a
they're
pattern.
taking they're taking our bottles.
I'm
It's a
trying
guarantee.
to be nice.
No, don't. No, they're
Okay.
taking our bottles.
But
That's what they're doing.
they were supposed to courier up the bottles for the show, and that has not materialized yet. So I'm talking to a couple of the guys over there at Double Road, and we're trying to figure out what's going on. So as of right now, next Thursday night, that's the plan. It's going to be a schedule for the third time, but it'll be Double Road and Bespoken.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and to throw in, we do have our barrel pick from McBrayer, which is a Cedar Brook. That order form, the Google form is available. We'll put it in the show link. We'll have it on our YouTube channel, Patreon. We got it. Where else we have it? We got it in several different places.
I'm not paying attention to you right now.
He's not listening to me.
Well, no, I got to do this, dude.
Yeah,
You don't understand.
But that's available. If you don't see it and don't find it, and you want to order a bottle, I notice I got a couple orders tonight already in Venmo. But email us at bourbonandballz@gmail.com. If you don't find it, let us know, and we'll get you that link to order the bottles. They're $75 for paid Patreon members, $90 for non-paid Patreon. So again, like Charlie said earlier, do the math. If you're a paid Patreon, our minimum level is $5. So that could save you $10 in shipping if you do the Patreon. That's up to you. We know some of you don't like to do that, but that's fine. But that's the stipulation. We do have to figure out how we're doing shipping for the non-Patreon.
And I'm sorry that I do apologize for this show going late. I hope you guys
Yeah.
understand. I think you guys know why.
Yeah.
I am trying to get you guys out of here.
And then November 22nd, that's in about 2 weeks, we have our next barrel pick at Larrikin. We're doing 4 bourbon barrels and 1 American light whiskey. The American light whiskey is most likely going to be a hazmat. It's going to be a high proof for sure. But they're suspecting it might be that hazmat. And if anybody's familiar with American light whiskey from Larrikin, they released one at the Bourbon on the Banks at American light whiskey that was a hazmat, and it is delicious.
And Larrikin in general.
And Larrikin in general.
Freaking
Yep.
rockin' juice.
Yeah.
So yeah, any one of them is going to be amazing.
Right.
It's just now picking the best of the best.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
very
Greg.
fortunate.
Yeah, Greg will be doing the barrel pick with us.
Which will be funny.
Which will be great. If anybody knows Greg,
Oh,
anybody been around Greg, he's
He's a
great. He's a great guy.
All right, give me the Venmos.
Okay. Venmos, we have. Let's see here. I got West Virginia Bourbon Guy has got one. Jim Struts 2. Tracy
Hold on. Okay.
Tracy Siliorkis 2.
Okay.
That looks like it. The rest of them are
Okay.
bottle purchases.
All right, very good. So real quick, let's go through the super chats. I want to make sure I got it, all of you guys right. We have the Premium Plus members. They are CA Scotty, Keith, Stan Sabick, Rick Miller, Gary.
Screen. Nobody can see it.
There's no screen. I
Oh.
was bringing it off.
Okay. All right. I thought you had a screen.
No. Can I continue on?
Go ahead.
I've done this like several weeks in a row.
But you shared a screen. But that's good.
No, I've never shared a screen on this.
Okay, marriage counseling later. Keep going.
So, all right. Rick Miller, Gary McDonald, Gandy Road, Tracy, and Patrick. And
Oh, man. Sorry.
those are my plus memberships. So here we go with the super chats. Dude, I've done this a few times. All right. David Tanko, 1 time. Now a highlight. David Tanko, 1 time. David Volgasing. I never said David Volgasing. Dave Volgasing, 2 times.
Candy
Crappy
money.
Cat. What?
Gandy money. He says he wish he had Gandy money.
Can I finish this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Crappy
Go.
Crappy
go.
Cat.
Just
I gotta get
go.
this done, dude.
Let's
Like
go.
people want to go to bed.
Let's go. Yeah.
Keith, thank you, buddy. Snow Baboon twice. Gerald Romaine twice or one time. Sorry. Ashley McAdory. Thank you very much. Gave us a super chat. We have Christy Romaine. Congratulate. Oh no, good luck. I mean, lip service. Quack quack. Robert P. Thank you very much. We have Stan Sabick. We have Rick Miller again. We have CJ. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was good. That was a great show tonight. Tyler, thank you very much for a $20 super chat. Much thanks. Mr. William Hall, because you know I'm in. Yeah, we do know you're in. We got you down 2 times, buddy. CA Scotty, thanks again for joining. And then we have West Virginia Bourbon Guy, as we just mentioned, Jim Struts and twice, and Tracy twice. So I'm now going to set up the super chats, the duck race.
Fun. It was definitely a good interview tonight.
It was a great interview.
Dave was
I've been
fantastic.
looking forward to it all week.
Yeah.
You know what? The wealth of knowledge that he has and just experience. And
That he could care less what people think.
Oh, well,
And that's why
yeah.
that's why people like him.
Yeah.
Because he could care less.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
loved his tag of what was it? It was
A little PowerPoint thing.
no, well, it's PowerPoint.
He does need to sell that, by the way.
But it was like Dave's not for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And he doesn't need to be for everybody. He needs just to be for the people. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's what it is. It's awesome.
Like, it's kind of like, in some ways, not to steal off of his idea. I'm not, but we're not for everybody.
right.
Right.
No,
We're for the people that are in the chat, though.
right.
That's the way I look at it.
Yep.
Right.
So, all right, let's share the screen. I will show people. Whoops. How do I? Hold on. Whoops. Sorry, I'm pressing all
Done
kinds
this a
of.
million times.
He's done it. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Quite
both
few
you
times.
two. I'm gonna kick you off. You know what? Guest number 5. Guest number 6. Bring on guest 7 and 8.
Hey, it's all good.
Bring him on.
It's all good.
So, all right, here we go.
Start our
Sure.
own shit.
What'd you just say?
Nothing.
All right, here we go. You see your names. It's in order that you guys, whatever. So here we go. All right.
Congrats to everybody. Thank you.
We're gonna do a minute.
Thanks for staying on too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ran late, and I my apologies. Let me make sure no one's screaming at me in chat.
And let me double check Venmo, make sure we got that going on.
So Brian, we are in Ohio. Just so you know,
Hey,
we are
Brian.
Southern Ohio, and therefore we're only like a couple of hours from Glenns Creek. We're in like an epicenter of bourbon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
We're
saying?
right near Cincinnati.
So, all right, we are going to turn off this god awful sound, and we also shuffle always 9 times.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's roll. So as that's going, again, we want to thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I know you guys did. I know we did. And we're going to do a Google Meets right afterwards, as we do every Thursday. And for those who don't know Google Meets, you've never done it before, you know what? You can come in. You don't have to have your camera on. You don't have to have your mic on. You just kind of just listen if you like. But we kind of just do backstage stuff and just kind of let it loose. It's not recorded, none of that stuff. And we just kind of have fun times. And we kind of, maybe show some bottles that we all have in our own personal collections. And we kind of comment on that. Ends up being a pretty good time.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a tailgate party kind of. We
Yeah.
just hang out, drink,
Yes.
and just have a good
Yeah.
time.
It's
Yes.
cool to see people that are in the chat now. You can put a face to.
Yep.
Yes.
Somebody in the chat. That's not
Exactly.
normally there.
Yep.
So I'm gonna pin it for you all. But in the meantime, we got 30 seconds left in this lovely race. But let me go ahead
Alright.
and pin the Google Meets.
What are you jealous about there, Brian Callahan? Says I'm jealous. What are you
Why?
jealous?
Because we live where we live.
All right.
Oh.
Tyler's in the lead, but
Jeff's a little slow.
I am. Yeah.
Yes, 10 seconds left. Let's concentrate on this. We have the cake in the lead. You do not want to be in the lead. Crappy Cat. Ooh, Rick Miller's going behind. All right, he's gonna make the break for it. Here, oh my God, William Hall. Look at that pizza man.
William
Jeez.
Hall, congratulations.
Wow.
Well, he went turbo.
Dude, pizza went
Yeah, pizza wins every time.
cream. Maybe.
You know what that is? That's a sign for
What?
pizza night.
Yep.
Okay.
And so, William Hall, if you are still here, which I hope you are, you have won a Cedar Brook, our
Keep talking.
barrel pick. Yes.
One of these days will come out.
I know it'll our Bourbon and Ballz
Swear to God.
barrel pick that we did for Cedar Brook. You also won a Stag 25B as in boy, the Buckner's Hazmat, as well as the JD Tanyard Rye, which just came out and it is fantastic. We just put out a video for that today. You might want to check out because it's very good. And you also get a chance at the lockbox.
Oh crap! Yes.
So you get a 3-digit code if you're not familiar with it. Basically 0 to 10, 9, whatever. Yeah.
0 to 999.
0 to 9. Yeah, 0 to 999.
Good Lord. So, Chad, you are the worst about explaining rules. Good God.
Hey, I try.
You try and you epically fail. So, all right. Box code there, one Mr. Hall. If you want to take a stab at it, let's hear your number. I'm sure chat will help you out if you need any help. We need 3 digits from you, buddy.
And if you're not familiar with it, what we have in the box is
There you go, right there. Nope, dude, just stay off. There.
We've got a Big Bourbon Club whiskey grill. We've got a Bourbon and Ballz glass, a Bourbon and Ballz t-shirt, and a cocktail smoker kit. That we got from the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. I think that's all that's in there. Is there a bottle in there? I don't think so.
Is William Hall here?
Um,
I mean, he won, but we also won the lockbox.
Anybody have contact info for Mr. William Hall?
I think he went to bed. He does not need to be present to win on a super chat.
No. West Virginia bourbon guy, I did not drop the box. So I think you owe me a pour.
So I don't think he's on. So we've never had this happen before.
Nope.
So I guess we will just move on.
Anybody have any contact info for Mr. William Hall to kind of give him a buzz and let him know?
You know what? If he ends up coming on meets for whatever reason, we'll let him do it then.
Okay.
We'll let it be open until the rest of the night. If not, then obviously we'll skip it for next week. So, all right, guys. Other than that, we are good to go. We will see you guys in meets. I put it in the I pinned it, and also I'll put it in our Discord. Otherwise, we love you guys. Thank you for coming on. We will see you. Well, they will see you guys next week. I will be out. Otherwise, that's all I got.
All right. Thank you all.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Cheers.
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 Hold on, we forgot something again. We forgot that you know what? If you wait till the end, sometimes we do come back.
Sometimes
for crap
we do.
like this.
Sometimes
We
do.
forgot to spin the wheel.
What wheel?
The Chargers Steelers. What are you doing?
I'm moving the box.
No one wants to see you.
I saw it come up today. It was the who was
Hold
it?
on.
Earls.
All right, Steelers. Oh, this is awesome. Only 7 people. Only 7 people picked the Steelers. I love it. Yes, only 20 people are on. That's because you all fell asleep. Miss Lori Joe, you write her down. And we'll put this in Discord. At least we have proof. So Miss Lori J represents the Steelers this week. You got it?
Yep.
And then representing the Chargers, 20 people did that, which I find that hilarious.
Gonna lose.
No.
Watch, people are coming back. Ashley. So Ashley plays against Miss Lori J.
Yep.
All right, now we're leaving. All right, goodbye, guys.